Hi folks, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is going to be my top 5 Resident Evil characters that I'd like to see make a return. So for this list I'm only going to include characters that have only ever been in one Resident Evil game. So obviously I'm not going to say Chris Redfield, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Leon Kennedy, anybody like that, because they'll probably make a return one day. Anyway, but yeah, I'm only going to include characters to my knowledge that have been in just one Resident Evil game. So yeah, let's get on with the list, guys. And I've also made it like a realistic return. You know, so I'm not going to say like, I don't know, Joseph that died at the beginning of Resident Evil 1, where he got, attacked by dogs. Because that would be an unrealistic return. People that have survived in the previous games and stuff, and it's realistic if, for them to make a return. So nobody that died in previous games. But anyway, starting off with the first one, we have Resident Evil 3. And Resident Evil 3, we have Carlos Olivera, which could be considered quite an interesting choice. He's actually quite a good character, I feel, in Resident Evil 3. I'm actually kind of surprised he's only ever been in one Resident Evil game, to my knowledge. And so yeah, you actually play as Carlos for a little while in the game. When Jill gets infected with the virus, when Nemesis basically implants her with the virus, you have to play as Carlos, go to the hospital and get a cure for Jill. So yeah, he does end up surviving at the end of Resident Evil 3, and he's actually a really good character, I think. I did actually sense some chemistry between him and Jill. So yeah, I don't really see why they've not actually made Carlos make a return. But yeah, I'm going to say for number 5. These are no particular order, by the way. There's not like any favoritism, or it's just my top 5 in no particular order. So that's my first one, Carlos Olivera. Next we have the Resident Evil Outbreak games. So there's actually 2 characters from the Resident Evil Outbreak games. First one is Kevin. Kevin Ryman. Yeah, I couldn't remember his second name, just have to quickly check the manual there. But yeah, Kevin Ryman. He's actually quite similar, I think, to Leon a little bit. He feels, he's kind of like a leader in a way. And yeah, he's probably, in my opinion, one of the best characters to play as in Resident Evil Outbreak games. And yeah, again, I'm really surprised he's not made a return. I think him and Leon will actually make a really good team. Obviously both being police officers and things. But yeah, so I'm going to say Kevin Ryman. My third character that I'd like to see make a return, also from the Outbreak games, is Cindy Lennox. Now, Cindy Lennox at the beginning of Resident Evil Outbreak is actually a waitress at Jay's bar, or JJ's bar. So yeah, she's a waitress. She can basically heal characters. She's a really nice girl, I'm not going to lie. She's good looking, she's got a great personality. And in my opinion, she's a really good character. Again, kind of surprised that she's not been included in any more Resident Evil games. But nobody from Outbreak games have been in any other Resident Evil games, so they're obviously made to be spin-off characters. But yeah, Cindy and Kevin, in my opinion, were both really good characters, I thought. So that's my third one. Next one is my fourth one, which from Resident Evil 4, we have Ashley Graham. Again, kind of mixed reactions about Ashley Graham. A lot of people don't like her because basically once you have her by your side when you're playing the game, you have to protect her and stuff. I mean, a lot of people don't like that protecting thing. Again, I'm not really a big fan of protecting people either in games. But Ashley Graham, I don't know. There's something about Ashley Graham was really good. I liked Ashley. Again, there's a possibility she could make a return. When she was last seen at the end of Resident Evil 4, offering Leon some overtime. He rejected. Don't know why, but but yes, there's no there is a chance of her making a return. I mean, I actually thought when I first seen Resident Evil 6, I've seen the trailers and stuff, I thought Ashley was in the game, but it wasn't. It was actually Sherry Birkin. So yeah, I was kind of surprised with that at first as well. But he's now a good character, Sherry. But yeah, got to go off topic. But yeah, Ashley Graham. There's a possibility she might make a return, and personally, I'd like to see it. And last but not least, from the newest, well, is it the newest or is it second newest? Oh my god. I don't know. Anyway, it's Resident Evil 6. I'm not sure whether Resident Evil 6 or Resident Evil Revelations came out first. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 6, guys. From this game, there was how many new characters? There was 3, I think. Yeah, 3. There was Jake Miller, there was Pierce, whatever his name is, and there was Helena Harper. But from them, I want to see make a return, and probably one of my favourite characters, you know, in this game, in my opinion. And that was Jake Miller. Supposed to be Albert Wesker's son. Bit of a badass. I mean, a lot of people don't like Resident Evil 6 as a game, but I personally like it as a game, you know. His and Sherry's campaign, now I would say is probably my favourite. At first I thought it was the Leon and Helena Harper, you know, campaign. But now I can safely say that my favourite campaign in that game was actually Jake and Sherry. The interaction between the two of them were brilliant. They kind of disliked each other at first. As the game went on, they kind of started to like each other more. You know, there's a possibility Jake and Sherry might make a return in Resident Evil 6 or something. And yeah, just a really good character. I mean, have the possibility of maybe him turning evil in Resident Evil 7. You just never know what's going to happen. So yeah, obviously it's probably one of my favourite Resident Evil characters of all time. Probably my top 5. You never know guys. Anyway, that's basically my top 5 Resident Evil characters that have only been in one game that I would like to make a return. I'm not really sure what I'm going to call the title yet. If anybody wants to give me your suggestions, what you would think, what characters you'd like to make a return, you know, make a video response, or just leave it in the comments below. I always like to hear your guys' opinions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.